This is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors at Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me, and this year alone we've covered quite a few armed robberies, cases, a lot of footage, etc. But we haven't yet covered any armed robberies involving members of the Queen's Elite Guards, a special regiment in the army that is the ones that stand outside Buckingham Palace with the hats on. Kristopher James-Merrill, Marlon Wright and Dillon Sharpe, all three of them are on trial currently. Usually I wouldn't cover a trial anyway, just wait until it's over, but Dillon Sharpe has already pled guilty, and they're saying that Dillon Sharpe was the main gunman in the actual robberies. So if the main person is pleading guilty, then we know that he had some involvement, so we can tell his side of the story at least. It says they did ceremonial duties for the Queen, and there was also actual real soldiers as well, so if they wasn't doing that, they could potentially still go out to Iraq or Afghanistan or wherever we are fighting at the time. James-Merrill is accused of being a getaway driver for the armed gang that robbed cash from newsagents. It wasn't a sort of big job, there was just robbing newsagents. You'd imagine soldiers would have potentially tried to go for a bigger sort of cash prize. In one of the robberies, the court heard that the serving soldier was said to have threatened to shoot a 15-year-old child at a convenience store and also said F the police. All three of them belonged to one of the most senior regiments of the British Army, with soldiers recognised by their scarlet tunic and bearskin uniforms they wear while on ceremonial duty at Windsor Castle as well as Buckingham Palace. Dillon Sharpe has admitted to wearing a mask and wielding a fake gun to rob several convenience stores in February last year. He travelled by car to carry out the robberies, and the jurors heard that James-Merrill was in the Mercedes and it was linked to the crimes, while Marlon Wright was caught on CCTV. James-Merrill, a serving soldier from Brixton, southwest London, arrived at Kingston Crown Court with a military medal pinned to his dark blue suit, which he wore with a white shirt striped at the end. He and Marlon for Mitcham, also in southwest London, denied 4 attempted robberies, 3 robberies and 7 counts of possessing an imitation firearm with intent to cause fear of violence. Dillon Sharpe from Dulwich in southeast London has previously already pleaded guilty to 14 charges and is not standing trial with the rest of them. And the prosecution says Dillon therefore admits to being the male who entered the shop wielding the handgun, and this really doesn't look good for the rest of the guys on trial. There is no dispute the defendants are all known to each other. Mr. Sharpe and Mr. James-Merrill, at the time serving guardsmen in the British Army, and Mr. James-Merrill is a serving Grenadier Guards. Marlon Wright was good friends with them both. The court heard 4 shops were targeted around 11 PM on June the 24th, 2018, and the early hours of the following day. Another 3 robberies or attempted robberies were carried out within just 1 hour on July the 26th. It's almost like they was desperate to get some money for some certain reason. There's no exact reason why they did it. It's almost like, you know, them films where they force people to do robberies. How are they committing so many robberies so quick, and also just small amounts as well, like £1,000 in one of them? On each occasion, they threatened the people that worked there with what appeared to be a firearm. The prosecution said they each played a different role in the offence. The court heard that Dillon Sharpe entered the first shop in Croydon wearing a mask and black clothing, demanding the shopkeeper open the safe before pointing a handgun at him. He made off with £1,000 out of the till and a scuffle which left the victim injured. Police later recovered a magazine of a pistol nearby. Sharpe tried to commit another robbery minutes later, but it didn't go to plan. And during my research for this, I was finding out what these soldiers get paid, and to be fair, it's not actually that good. I thought it would have been a lot more, to be fair. For them guys, I seen the pictures on their social media, and they was wearing gold and expensive watches and shoes, and they was kind of trying to live the lifestyle of like a rapper or a footballer, but on that wage. I don't think it's fair, but they wasn't on that good a wage, so obviously they must have maybe trying to supplement income in some way or another. But I did think it was a really interesting story to show that it doesn't matter what stage of life you are, whatever your career is, people can always find a reason to get involved in crime. I'm sure some of these guys may have never been involved in crime in their life, so I'll definitely keep you updated on the outcome for the other 2 guys involved in the case. But as I've said, the main guys has admitted it and gone guilty. I'm not too sure how well this is going to go for them, but I really want to hear what people have to say on this. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and follow us online at Scarcity Studios. Peace.